Guys, are you just starting your fragrance journey? Now, I'm going to give you 5 fragrances. Yes, 5 fragrances. If I were to start over, I would be picking up in 2025. So stay tuned. But guys, Rocco at Enter the Fragrance here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because we do a ton of fragrance, perfume, cologne related content. But these are the best 5 fragrances situationally, based on price point, and mass appealing. So nothing's ever a blind buy safe fragrance, but these 5, if you're just starting off, will do the job. Now this first one, I'm gonna call this a smart reach fragrance. Not a dumb reach fragrance, because nobody's dumb, but a smart reach fragrance. So this fragrance could work really in any situation. Grab it off the shelf, spray it on, forget about it. But this is gonna shine on like your days off from work, if you're just casually running errands, if you wanna hit the gym. And it's a newer fragrance, and it's called Kaif. Yes, Kaif. Now, this is going to be an ozonic, aquatic, slightly fruity fragrance. It's going to kind of put you in that headspace of Percival, great atomizer, but just soapy, clean, fresh. Now, this is going to have 2 unique notes in it, lotus and watermelon. Now, as it opens up, it's a very aquatic, ozonic fragrance. I'm going to give it another spray. It smells fantastic. Atomizer check. Boom. But great fragrance, watermelon, lotus, lavender, woods, and amber as it dries down. Just a great everyday fragrance. Must have, must own, in my opinion. And you can pick this one up on discounters for about $30, $35. Now, it's going to kind of put you in that headspace as like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, but in my opinion, longer lasting, better quality, and a must own. And again, that's Kaif. Now, this next fragrance, you're not going to get a ton of longevity in it, but I think this fragrance really does shine like for date nights. Not necessarily special occasions, even though you could use this for special occasions, but more of like if you're in a social setting around people. And that fragrance is going to be from Mont Blanc, and that's Mont Blanc's Explorer. Yes, Mont Blanc Explorer, it's a citrus, woodsy fragrance. Gonna kind of put you in that headspace of Creed Aventus, except without the pineapple. Sexy stuff. Now, this one also, you could classify as an easy to reach fragrance, but longevity on this one isn't great. You're gonna get about 6 hours longevity, which to some, fantastic, but it's not gonna project a ton. It's gonna sit close to the skin. But every time I wear this, I get compliments, and it's so subtle and not a loud fragrance that, like I said, this would be for that intimate date night, social setting, meeting with your boss, interview style fragrance that I would reach for every single time if you wanted to be noticed and get compliments. And again, that's Mont Blanc's Explorer. Oh, and I forgot to mention, on discounters, you can usually find this size bottle, if not the bigger bottle, for about $35, $45. Now, this next fragrance, this third fragrance, I'm going to classify this as your summer go-to fragrance. Now, this has one of the best citrus openings that I've ever smelt on a fragrance, pretty much ever. The problem with this one, though, it just doesn't last long on skin, maybe 4 to 6 hours, but I always bring a decant with me, so longevity really doesn't matter to me. I'll bring the bottle or a decant of this fragrance with me, but I think a summer staple in anyone's beginner collections gotta be from John Varvatos, and that's XX Artisan Teal. Yes, XX Artisan Teal. It's a soft, musky, salty, aquatic. That just terrible atomizer. That just smells fantastic. Now, there's some lemon, some rosemary, some musk, just a fantastic everyday summer fragrance. Now, you could go 10 to 12 sprays with this. Again, you're not going to get great longevity, but I go based on scent profile alone. As long as the fragrance smells good, I'm happy. You can always overspray, spray more on throughout the day, or bring a decant with you. But for a summer staple, for a beginner collection for about $40, this is a must-have, must-own if you're building your collection from scratch. And again, that's John Varvatos XX Artisan Teal. Now, this next fragrance is about in that same ballpark, $40 to $45 on most discounters. And all I have to say is it's a vanilla fragrance, vanilla incense. Now, I don't really pick up much more from this fragrance, but it's a staple, in my opinion, in any starter's collection. Garners compliments, lasts about 8 hours, and you can use it all winter long, winter, fall, and you can even rock this in the spring. But we're sticking to the winter, fall theme for this specific fragrance since we covered spring, summer with John Varvatos XX Artisan Teal, and that fragrance is from Mercedes, Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Yes, Mercedes-Benz Club Black, like I said, just an exquisite, well-blended vanilla fragrance that gets hyped up on most, so good, that gets hyped up on most social media platforms, but it's totally worth the money. It smells like a $100 fragrance in a $50 bottle. Like I said, sometimes on discounters you can pick this up for $30, $35, but alluring, sexy, attractive, something that'll draw you in, cut through the cold, and just make you smell fantastic every day in the fall and winter. Now, this fragrance is gonna kind of have like this balsamic, sweet vibe to it. Nonetheless, great for everyday wear, any age, any situation in the fall and winter. And again, that's Mercedes-Benz Club Black. All right, now for the special occasion fragrance. You bust this out a few times a year, if not a dozen or so times a year, during birthdays, first dates, anniversaries, get-togethers. You could even use this as a clubbing scent. And that fragrance is from Parfums de Marly, and that is Layton. Yes, Layton, mass appealing, sweet apple vanilla fragrance. Now, this is going to feature notes of like geranium, violet, lavender, bergamot, just such a great fragrance. Now, I had to throw a niche in here because for special occasions, in my opinion, gotta have a niche fragrance. Gotta have something that smells luxurious, alluring, attractive, loud, and especially for like a get-together or special event where there's gonna be, dozens of people around you. Now, this is a great option if you want luxury in a bottle. Now, there's tons of alternatives out there, but when it comes to the real deal, you need the real deal. And for special occasions, this is a must-have, must-own, in my opinion, if you're starting off a collection. And again, that's Parfums de Marly's Layton. Now, guys, if I were starting over from scratch or starting a collection today, those would be the 5 fragrances I would go for. I mean, you can smell great and fantastic on what, a $200 budget, $300 budget, and be set for the whole year. Now, everybody doesn't need 5 fragrances. We all know that. But all you need is 1 or 2. Not even 2. You need 1 fragrance. Who am I kidding? But this is just for video and entertainment purposes. If you're starting a collection and want some versatility, these are some must-owns, must-tries, in my opinion. And guys, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to slap that subscribe button, like up the video, give it a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm greatly, helps us grow as a channel. And as always, what we say on the channel, stay clean, stay fresh. And as always, the world is yours. We'll talk soon.